What's cooking, guys? Welcome back to my channel. And holy shit, we are almost here at UFC 329, McGregor versus Holloway. And it's actually happening. After 5 years, McGregor is finally returning to the sport. We've got a stacked card underneath it, which I never thought I'd see the day with a Conor card. Conor McGregor has fought on some absolutely abysmal cards. Although, to be fair, in his prime, some of his cards were quite stacked. But yeah, this might honestly, next to the White House, this might actually be the best card of the year when you really look at it. Like, I can't really think of another card that has this level of star power on it. And I know that's overselling it a bit, but even the prelims are stacked. Like, we've got Robert Whittaker on the prelims, Cody Garbrandt on the prelims as well. But yeah, overall, I'm just really excited for this card, but I'm not going to ramble on for too long. I'm just going to give you guys my predictions. I'm not going to go through every single fight on the card because I couldn't be bothered and I don't give a fuck. But yeah, let's just start on the prelims and then move all the way to the main event. Starting with, kicking off the early prelims, we have Ryan Gandra versus Zachary Reist. And yeah, as far as this fight goes,
I don't give a fuck.
Next, we have Damon Penis, or whatever, versus Cesar Almeida. Yeah, I'm picking Cesar Almeida. And then we have Tracy Cortez versus Wang Kong. I'm picking Wang Kong. Tracy Cortez is mid. And also, she's ugly without makeup as well. Like, if you see her without her makeup, she's actually clapped. So, yeah, I'm picking Wang Kong. Not that that's related to it, but yeah. There's a couple of fights as well on the early prelims that haven't been included for some reason. Also, Ethan Ewing fell out, so that sucks. But, yeah, that's all I got to say about the early prelims. Let's move on to the prelims. Next on the card, we have Luke Riley versus Kai Kamaka. I don't fucking know. But yeah, this is a fight between two guys who are fairly new to the UFC. I don't know much about Kai Kamaka. All I know is that he lost to Diego Brandao recently. I didn't even know Diego Brandao was still fighting, so that's a thing. But I'm going to take Luke Riley because, I don't know, I couldn't be bothered looking into this fight. Next, we have Cody Garbrandt versus Adrian Yanez. Now, this is a good fight, and I'm picking Adrian Yanez. I mean, come on. Is anyone still picking Cody Garbrandt in 2026? Like, the dude's probably going to get chinned in this fight. He's probably going to go out there, swing like a tard, just not stick to the game plan, have zero fight IQ, and Yanez will probably catch him. Even though Yanez is kind of a failed prospect, like everyone hyped this guy up like he was going to be the next big thing and he kind of crashed and burned, I still think he's got enough in him to beat Cody Garbrandt at this point in his career. Next, we have Gable Steveson versus Alicia Ellison. I think that's how you say his fucking name. Yeah, Gable Steveson will probably win this. I really hope he gets flatline KO'd because he's a rapist, but yeah, he probably won't. There's a reason they've given him this guy. We're going to have to wait till he gets into the rankings until he finally loses. But one can only hope. And next we have Robert Whittaker versus Nikita Krylov. Now, this is a good-ass fight. And honestly, this should have been on the main card over Bobby Green versus Terrence McKinney. But hey, as long as we're not getting Gable Steveson on the main card. Yeah, I'm going to take Robert Whittaker by a 30-27 decision. He has lighter man skill. He's going to be a lot quicker than Nikita Krylov, who's slow as fuck and kind of chinny. I know Whittaker's a bit chinny as well, but it's been a while since he's been KO'd. Like, he hasn't been flatlined in a long time, and Whittaker does have good recovery. And I also just think lighter man skill. He is a former champion, whereas Nikita Krylov's kind of a journeyman. Yeah, give me Robert Whittaker by 30-27 decision. I could honestly see him finishing Nikita Krylov, maybe if he finds the right shot. Probably not, but yeah, I think this is an easy win for Robert Whittaker, and I'm excited to see what happens to him next if he decides to stick around at light heavyweight, because he has talked about retirement. But that's enough for the prelims. Let's go on to the main card. Opening up the main card, we have a hood matchup between Bobby Green and Terrence McKinney. And it's so hard not to make this joke. You all know what I'm thinking of. Two Iggers going at it. I'm going to take... Oh, I actually don't know who I'm going to pick. Give me one sec. I think I'm going to take Terrence McKinney just because he's got a bit more power. I mean, they're both extremely chinny, but Bobby Green's not really a one-punch KO guy. I mean, he's kind of more of a TKO kind of guy. And I mean, he got dropped by the corpse of Ferguson. I mean, to be fair, McKinney's pretty chinny too. He's been on the receiving end of some nasty KOs, but he also has power. Like, he's a KO or BKO type of fighter. Like, this fight's just a guaranteed KO because they're both extremely chinny, and I feel like that's why they made this fight. But yeah, I'm going to take Terrence McKinney by a first round KO over Bobby Green. Although Bobby Green has got some momentum right now, so I could see him winning, but I'm going to go with Terrence McKinney. Moving on. Next on the card, we have Brandon Royval versus Lona Kavanagh. And this will be an interesting one because this is Lona Kavanagh's bounce back fight. I mean, Brandon Royval's bounce back fight after getting KO'd by Manel Kape, whereas Lona Kavanagh, well, his last fight was actually his bounce back fight against Brandon Moreno. It's ironic he got a step up in competition, but yeah, he absolutely pieced up and schooled Brandon Moreno on the feet for 5 rounds, pretty much. I mean, he did get clinched a bunch, but I don't think that's going to come into play here. I think this will be pretty similar to the Joshua Van fight. Like, I hope it's a fucking war. But I'm going to take Lona Kavanagh here just because he's younger. He's got the volume as well, like a Joshua Van. He doesn't, and he's quick as well, which I like. We've seen Royval kind of struggle against some of these speedy Gonzalez types, as Lucas Tracy would say. But yeah, I just think this is Lona Kavanagh's time. You know, he's looked real good in his last fight, in his last few fights, even in the Charles Johnson fight before he got KO'd. Like, I think this guy's a problem for the division. I think his speed and his volume will be a problem for Royval. Like, I think he's going to be able to beat him to the punch. Now, maybe Royval being a long-rangey southpaw could pose some issues, but I think Lona Kavanagh's got this in the bag. I think this is just his time. I'm going to take Lona Kavanagh by a 29-28 decision. Next in the feature fight, we have a rematch between Corey Sandhagen and Mario Batista. And for the longest time, I was kind of leaning towards Batista, but after thinking about it and watching Tony Has Died's prediction, I realized that Batista's win streak hasn't been that great. You know, he's on a good little streak. I mean, aside from the loss to Umar, which, I mean, he did drop him, but other than that, he kind of got out-grappled. I mean, I fell asleep watching that. That fight was boring, but he robbed Jose Aldo, as we all know. He arguably robbed Damon Blackshear. He took, what's his name? Fucking Patchy Mix. I almost said Patricio Pitbull. Yeah, he took Patchy Mix to a decision, and he just got slimed out by some 19-year-old in Ryzen. And, yeah, he beat Vinicius Oliveira, who was weight trained. But other than that, he hasn't really beaten anyone that impressive. And a lot of his wins have asterisks next to them. Sandhagen has beat him before. Granted, it was, like 8 years ago, but I mean, sometimes you run into an athlete that just has your number. Not that I think that, I mean, this might be the case, who fucking knows. Maybe I'm just spitting bullshit, but I just think Sandhagen's proven himself more. He's been at a high level. Now, maybe Batista can win this, because Batista has been looking good recently, but I just don't think so. I think this is the kind of fight that Sandhagen wins. I think Sandhagen's better everywhere. Maybe Batista has better clinching and smudge grappling, but I just don't think he wins this. Like, after having a think about it, I just think this Sandhagen takes this. I'm going to take Sandhagen by, I'm going to say a 29-28 decision. Moving on to the co-main event, we have Paddy Pimblett versus Benoit Saint-Denis. And I'm going to go with Benoit Saint-Denis. I'm not going to lie, I can see an argument for why Paddy might win this, because it is like a mirror matchup in the sense that they're both grapplers with kind of sloppy striking, but both very hittable on the feet. But I rate Benoit striking a bit more than Paddy. He's got a lot more power than Paddy. I mean, who has Paddy really KO'd on the feet aside from, like, a bum? Like, Luigi Vendramini's the only guy I can think of that he's KO'd on the feet. At least in the UFC. Other than that, the guy got bashed by Justin Gaethje. He got outstruck and lost to Jared Gordon. I mean, yeah, he did alright on the feet against Chandler, but it's fucking Chandler. Whereas Benoit Saint-Denis, like, was tagging Poirier when they fought. He slimed Beneil Dariush in 16 seconds. I know it's Beneil Dariush, but still 16 seconds. Like, that's at least got to count for something. He did all right on the feet against Dan Hooker, although he did struggle. But to be fair, Dan Hooker's got a massive height and reach advantage on him. I just rate his striking a bit more. And the grappling, I think, is competitive. But I favor Benoit a little bit more than Paddy. And I know a lot of people are going to bring up the Moicano fight, how he got annihilated on the ground against Moicano. But are we going to forget the fact that Paddy Pimblett got absolutely bitched on the ground by Justin Gaethje, who's not even a grappler, who has some of the worst jiu-jitsu. He literally just got snapped down, took down, and just thrown around and did nothing on the ground. Like, are we forgetting that? That he got out-grappled by Justin Gaethje. At least Benoit got out-grappled by another grappler. Like, don't get me wrong, Gaethje, it's no shame in losing to Gaethje, but getting out-grappled like that by Gaethje, like, at least Topuria took down and nearly subbed Gaethje multiple times and had him bottom position. The only time Gaethje got on top of Topuria was after he rocked him and then kind of just like sprawled on him. And that was when Topuria was all busted up. So yeah, I don't even rate Paddy's grappling that much. He's got very good jiu-jitsu, but he's got no wrestling. I mean, he was getting taken down and slammed by Michael Chandler. So the way I see this fight playing out is that they both kind of just start brawling on the feet. I think Benoit clips him, drops him to a knee, gets into a dominant position, and finishes him with ground and pound. Maybe even subs Paddy. Paddy has been subbed before, so I can see that happening. But yeah, I'm going to take Benoit St. Denis by second round finish, whether it's a TKO or whether it's a sub. And now, the reason you clicked on this video, the main event of the evening, Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. Can I do it? Am I going to pick Conor McGregor? You know what? Fuck it. I'm putting all my chips on the table. I'm picking Conor McGregor by first round TKO. I know this prediction is inevitably going to be wrong, and the realistic prediction would be Max Holloway by brutal second round finish after a brutal first round, because like I've already given my thoughts on how I think this fight logically plays out. But you know what? Fuck logic. After watching Gaethje beat the shit out of Ilia Topuria, who was a massive favorite, after watching Sean Strickland win a split decision over Khamzat Chimaev, Carlos Ulberg KO Yuri Prohaska on one leg, Charles Oliveira ragdoll Max Holloway. I mean, granted, that one wasn't that crazy in hindsight, but Holloway was a decent favorite in that fight. And watching Gaethje beat the shit out of Paddy. Hell, even at the end of last year, this is what started the whole season of the upsets. Petr Yan piecing up and schooling Morale for 5 rounds. I haven't gotten a single main event prediction right since November. Since Islam JDM, it was a fucking smudge-fest decision. I'm putting all my chips on the table and I'm going with McGregor. I don't give a fuck. And you know what? I might even pick Ian Gary to beat Islam as well. If McGregor wins this, I'm picking Ian Gary. If not, I'm picking Islam. But I swear to God, this is knowing my luck, this will be the one time I pick the fluke and it doesn't happen. But yeah. As far as how McGregor wins, I think he goes out there, opens up with his spinning back kicks or a hook kick, starts pressing Holloway, being like, ooh, yeah, mate. And then lands the lead uppercut right hand, which he was landing in the first fight, stumbles Holloway, and then just, which like, he'll rock him a bit like how Topuria rocked him, or even how Oliveira rocked him on the feet. And from there, he's just going to swarm him, empty the tank. And because it's a welterweight, I don't think Holloway's going to be used to the weight. That's another factor I can see. Whereas McGregor has fought at welterweight. He's been walking around bigger for the last 5 years, so he's probably more used to the weight than Holloway will be. And yeah, I think he just swarms him, kind of like Pereira and Ankalaev. The ref steps in, that calls it off, arguably an early stoppage. And yeah, that's what happens. I completely understand that my prediction makes no logical sense, especially since McGregor's been out for 5 years, snorting coke, doing drugs, partying, drinking, not training as seriously, recovering a horrific injury, whereas Holloway's fought like 8 times in the UFC. He's fought for titles. He's fought in 5-round main events, up weight classes, blah, 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 you name it. Holloway should absolutely win, but at the same time, Topuria was supposed to smoke Justin Gaethje. Ilia Topuria was 29, in his prime, undefeated, double champ, elite knockout power, elite skill set, elite striker, elite grappler, dangerous KO power, hardest hitter in the UFC. Justin Gaethje was 38 at the end of his career. He was getting tagged up by Paddy Pimblett, went to a close decision with Fiziev, had been KO'd like by Holloway pretty brutally not too long ago. Pretty much his career was on his last legs, and yet somehow he goes out there and beats the shit out of Ilia Topuria. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm picking Conor McGregor. Plus, he's a southpaw as well, so I can see that giving problems to Holloway. I know Poirier was a southpaw as well, but, you know, they're different styles. Not to mention, McGregor's got a longer reach than Poirier. He's a lot rangier, whereas Poirier kind of likes to scrap in the pocket, which I think is a bit more of a favorable matchup. And the last time Holloway moved up in weight on short-ish notice, like less than 2 months' notice, it was against Poirier, and he did all right, but again, it kind of showed on Fight Night. He got rocked multiple times. But Poirier's never really been a huge finisher. Like, he can finish you, but it's not what he's known for. Whereas McGregor's known for finishes. I think if he tags Holloway, I think he will swarm him and he'll put him out of there, and the ref will probably look for any excuse to stop it. So yeah, give me Conor McGregor by first round TKO. I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm actually picking Conor, but you know what? MMA makes no fucking sense. I'll look like a genius if I get this right, but inevitably I know I'm going to get this one wrong and look like a giant fucking idiot, but after all the flukes that have happened this year, it's worth a shot, if you ask me. So yeah, Conor McGregor will beat Max Holloway, and he will get a title shot. Probably against Justin Gaethje. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Please like this video, subscribe, you name it. And also, McGregor has to walk out to Return of the Mac, like, instead of walking out to Biggie. Like, that would go so hard. But yeah, like, subscribe, join the Marlon Army, and I'll see you guys in the next video.